Otto is easily the nicest character in Malcolm in the Middle, and that's exactly the problem, because the nicer he is, the worse everything around him gets. It starts the moment he meets Frances.
1974? You say so. She is a beauty!
They run into each other at a gas station. Frances is stranded and has no plan.
Otto, what are you doing? Who is this handsome boy?
Otto invites him to stay at the ranch, but Frances has no money. So Otto and Gretchen come up with a solution on the spot.
I am having a thought. It's gone.
He could work for us at the ranch.
That was my thought!
Frances literally tells him he's not qualified, and Otto is completely convinced anyway.
Really, I've never even...
Look me in the eye.
For him, that's already enough. He hires him just like that. Later in the show, Otto shows Frances how he runs the business.
Ah, Francis, come. Mr. Dodson, he is a wonderful man. We will be doing lots of business with him for sure.
The second the guy sees Frances, he leaves. Otto doesn't question it at all. Instead, he starts explaining how people always think he's getting taken advantage of. But in his experience, people are just helpful.
Before today, I did not know that cows need ultraviolet protection.
What?
Frances starts realizing something is off.
What is this stuff?
Sunscreen for cows.
Frances runs outside to stop the guy, but it's too late.
Do not worry, I already paid him.
Otto doesn't just run the ranch. He actually cares about the animals, especially Helga.
This cheese is magnificent. Would you like to try just a little bite?
This is his favorite cow. He talks to her, feeds her, even makes cheese from her milk. To Otto, she's not just livestock, she's basically family. So when Frances shows up with the branding iron, Otto gets nervous.
Do you want to scare the poor thing out of her wits?
Otto, I know how much you love Helga, but we have to do this.
Not because of the branding. Because Helga might get scared.
But don't tell her about it. You know, she's not as brave as she looks. I told her one ghost story around the campfire, and she had to sleep between me and Gretchen for a week.
The next day, Francis handles things himself. He sprays the cows with a treatment, and then...
That'd be the main reason.
Which she doesn't survive. Later that evening, people start noticing. Francis still hasn't said anything. Even the staff tells him he has to come clean. At one point, the cook thanks him.
Getting a couple of extra sides of beef really helped me out. And how did you achieve that smoky flavor?
So Francis finally goes to Otto. He's sitting in the restaurant, completely relaxed, about to eat dinner.
Francis, have you seen Helga?
Francis says no. Otto starts worrying, thinks maybe she ran off, says he should have been there earlier, all while casually eating, completely unaware that the steak in front of him is Helga.
So tender, so moist.
Eventually, they go out to look for her, and Otto starts blaming himself, says it's all his fault.
Otto, it's not. It's my fault. I have to tell you this.
He tells him the truth, everything, what happened, and why he didn't say anything, and Otto just forgives him.
Thank you for telling me the truth.
If you want to fire me, feel free.
Oh, no. It was an accident. I think we should try to put it all behind us.
Which once again shows what an incredibly kind and genuine person he is. Gretchen gets a letter from her son, and you can tell it matters. But when Otto walks in, he doesn't even want to read it.
I don't know.
What are you doing?
Nothing, because this did not happen. Nothing happened.
Later, Gretchen starts explaining what's going on with their son and Otto. And Otto just keeps trying very unsuccessfully to hide his feelings.
Perhaps tomorrow you would like to go horseback riding, and I'm glad to spoon you.
At one point, Gretchen is looking at old memories from her son's childhood and shows Francis a special sock.
Otto and Rutger used to love Schloopy. Otto would put Schloopy on and Rutger would laugh and laugh.
She is obviously very sad about the situation and says it out loud.
You've got to talk to Otto about this.
Oh, there's no getting through to him. He won't even admit that anything is wrong.
He hides in the barn, sits in the corner, eating yogurt. Francis tells him he can't just keep hiding like this.
There is nothing to stop because there's nothing wrong. Now go away.
So Francis tries something else.
Sloopy.
And suddenly, Otto starts talking, but not as himself, through the puppet.
I swore that I would never do that to my son. And now look.
That's the only way he can say what he actually feels about his son. This is where the character turns from just funny to actually tragic. Because underneath all that positivity, he avoids anything that could hurt him. At one point, Otto gives Francis an assistant, even though Francis clearly doesn't need one.
What?
Thank you so much for this opportunity, sir.
Sure.
He says it straight up.
The boy needs a job, and I filled every other position here 2 times over.
So he asks Francis to just figure something out, and Francis gives in. Because with Otto, saying no doesn't really work. And then Otto admits something.
I have a problem hiring too many people, but I'm getting help. I'm seeing 3 psychiatrists about it.
There's a moment where Otto wants to offer something special for the couple staying at the ranch.
We will start a childcare center.
Ooh, Otto, I don't think...
It will be wonderful.
So he sets up a romantic hayride and organizes childcare for the kid. But while trying to make everything perfect, he buys snacks and accidentally brings in multiple crates of hard lemonade.
Pineapple under the seat. I do. Don't tell me to use my indoor voice.
It's a great example of how well-intentioned he is and why he probably shouldn't be in charge.
Parents trusted me with their little ones, and I poisoned them.
One of the horses gets seriously ill, and Otto tells Francis they have to put it down themselves.
We will have to do it, Francis.
You're kidding.
We have no choice. After all, we are real ranchers.
Francis tries to avoid it at first, but eventually they both show up to go through with it. They feed the horse a carrot, load their rifles, and then stand there.
1 quick pull of the trigger, and it will put an end to her misery.
But neither of them can actually do it. They close their eyes, pull the trigger, and
Bang! Oh,
Come on,
look,
if
you're not... Ah! You could have killed me.
After you killed
You cannot
me!
kill a horse,
What's
but
wrong
you have
with
no
you?
problem killing Otto.
this is another side of him. Not just naive, but emotionally overwhelmed when things get too real. At another point, Francis realizes the ranch is falling behind on work. They're understaffed, nothing is getting done properly, and then he finds out why.
In an Andy on vacation, I thought I told you.
Well, who's supposed to be covering for them?
Let us have a look.
So Francis tries to organize everything properly, bring structure into it.
Yeah, baby. Oh.
But Otto keeps undoing it.
Angela's vacation is over, right?
I extended it, and it rained the first 2 days.
Because every time someone asks him for something, he just says yes. It's another example of how his kindness completely undermines everything he's trying to run.
Ha! Just kidding. Go, take a week. Have fun.
Then there's the moment where Otto reads a bad newspaper review, and it hits him way harder than you'd expect.
Innkeeper of the year. That is the lie of the century.
He takes it completely personally. From one moment to the next, his whole mood shifts. He stops running the ranch, walks around in a bathrobe, and starts questioning everything.
Otto, what are you doing? You worked hard for that award.
What was that, Francis? I couldn't hear you over the crackle.
All because of one bad review. He's someone who is usually incredibly positive, but at the same time, he can fall into an emotional low surprisingly fast. In one episode, Otto suddenly starts having a series of accidents around the ranch. He's trying to fix things, ends up making them worse.
You wouldn't believe what happened. I almost...
And somehow keeps getting hurt in the process. It looks random at first, just Otto being careless again. But Gretchen starts noticing a pattern. She's concerned because it feels like he's almost doing it on purpose. And she's not completely wrong.
Manfred Schmidt. What if the fire is still there between him and Gretchen?
It turns out this all goes back years. Before Otto and Gretchen got together, she was actually with his best friend, and Otto sabotaged it. He gave them the wrong train time so they would miss each other. Gretchen thought she got left behind, and Otto stepped in. He comforted her, and that's how they ended up together.
25 years of perfect love. Built on a lie.
And now, with that past coming back, Otto can't handle it.
It's like there is some subconscious drive to punish myself for some unknown... Ah!
He's trying to make up for something that happened years ago. This is where Otto becomes more than just naive or overly kind. He's someone who carries guilt for way too long and doesn't know how to deal with it in a healthy way. And at another point, Otto hires a mystery theater group for the ranch.
I am not a big game hunter. I'm actually a police inspector. Ha. Specialty? Murder.
And they're terrible. Not just a little off, completely unwatchable.
Yes, Warren. Yes.
We'll start our questioning with you, sir.
Francis sees it right away, tells Otto he has to let them go, but Otto can't do it.
This is our last chance. Please don't do this. Please. Please.
So instead of firing them, he finds another solution.
Oh my God.
He organizes an audience for them, people who will sit there, watch the show, and pretend it's good, all just so the group doesn't feel bad.
Delightful display of intrigue and whimsy.
I will remember this for years to come. I cannot wait to tell my friends.
And this might be the purest version of Otto's character. He's so kind that he'd rather create an entire fake reality than disappoint someone. Otto is one of the kindest characters in the entire show. He genuinely wants the best for everyone around him, even if it completely backfires. And that's exactly what makes him so great to watch. If you enjoyed this, check out this video next.